when I edited that one episode, and it was just like, we just couldn't get through it.
Couldn't get it together.
So
just
funny.
laughing so hard.
Funny.
I know. Okay. Hi, babe.
Hi, babe.
I'm Jamie.
And I'm Jessica.
And welcome to A Court of Books and Babes,
a podcast where two best friends review, react to, and rate our, and soon to be your, favorite fantasy books.
Let's dive in.
We are here for the last few chapters of ACOTAR.
I can't believe we made it.
I know.
Physically and emotionally through the challenge that was recording these first 8 episodes.
I can't believe we made it past episode 1.
I know.
There was definitely more than one point where I was like, are we making a huge mistake?
But we were tenacious.
I mean, if that doesn't describe us.
We made it through.
We have good stick-to-itedness. As
yes.
I say to my 4-year-old, I'm like, you have good stick-to-itness. He's like, okay, sure.
Refusal to like fail.
Also known as, just being stubborn. Yeah, we can reframe that.
Mm-hmm.
The finale. How did you feel like reading those last few chapters?
We have a special guest today, Louise.
We do. Louise's
herself.
nanny was busy today.
Yes. So Nana was busy.
She's slumming it with us. How did you feel like reading those last few chapters again?
I feel like I didn't remember exactly what happened. Like, right. I remember the sequence of events, but some of the like smaller things that, of course, now we pick up on a second read, I was like, oh.
Yes.
But no, it was good.
I agree. It was good, but I also agree that there were like certain lines. The one that I've been irritated by, and this was actually in our last recording, but it was when Farah has her second challenge and she's trying to pick which lever to pull. I can't remember if we talked about this, but when she's like 1, 2, or 3, 2 is like 2 people.
We did.
Me and I can't get over it. Like, so brutal.
Yes.
I also wore red today in honor of saying goodbye to our favorite villainess.
Oh, Amarantha.
Oh God, like the more that we read, I just love her so much.
And funny enough, Madeline Petch, I think is her name. So I watched, like, she came up on my Instagram feed and I was like,
is that Cheryl?
Maybe she would actually be better
than Sophie Turner.
Again, you would have to see her in like a serious role, but like her vibe and her look is maybe her more.
Look is like perfect Emma.
Yes, because she's got like that a little bit deeper hair and like big bouncy.
Yes. She's just like effortlessly beautiful.
She's almost like cartoonish, which I feel like lends itself to Faye. Yeah,
you're right. Or they're like so pretty, you're like, okay, like
I know it's unfair.
Yeah,
I'm like, fine, be that way.
But, like,
rude.
Yeah.
Well, and maybe she'd be great, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen her.
I feel like someone once said, because they're talking about like Bryan Cranston and Steve Carell and these comedians who have done these kind of like goofy, silly, whatever, like sitcom, rom-com, funny roles, and then they will try a serious role and they knock it out of the park.
Well, Breaking Bad, I mean, come
Best
on.
TV show ever made.
After Malcolm in the Middle?
Yes.
Yeah, and you're like, this guy, really?
And it was perfect.
Yes,
amazing
so
casting. Good. But they were saying it's rare that someone can go the other way and be a serious actor and then like really knock it out of the park in a funny role. And I was trying to think of an example that I was like, oh, but they did it so well. And I was like, I don't know that I can come up with one.
You know who else was really good is the guy in Ozark, Jason Bateman, because he did like a million funny things, and now he's turned like very serious and dark, and I'm like, interesting.
He's so good in everything.
Yeah, he really is.
Yes, he's a great actor.
Did you ever see Steve Carell in
The Therapist?
No, but that was good. Beautiful Boy. Did you ever watch Beautiful Boy?
No.
You did though, right?
So good. Yes.
Oh, doesn't his son have a like mental disability or something?
No.
He's a drug addict.
Oh,
yes, and it's based on a true story. I know. I couldn't watch it because I just was like,
he's great in it though.
I've heard, and I would love to watch it if only because I love Timothée Chalamet and I love Steve Carell, and I know it's a great movie, and I'm like, I just don't feel like having my year wrecked.
Yeah.
Like just. I don't know.
That's not my vibe for 2025.
No,
Maybe 2026. We'll see.
Maybe.
Carell was great in The Therapist.
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
That because it's like that thriller.
Yes, good one.
That was very
I haven't
interesting.
seen that either.
It's a TV show on
Was it
Disney
on?
Plus.
Oh, Disney Plus. I was trying to
Okay.
remember. Also,
Okay.
yeah, because you love Stu Carell, but it's quite spooky.
Like,
I mean, you like scary,
right,
but
yeah.
Yeah, I like scary, not horror.
And I would say
Or
that
like
it's more-
thriller is my
It's
vibe.
a Dexter
Yeah.
vibe, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like I'm not scared of like Criminal Minds or anything like that.
No, I think you would like it.
Okay.
It's good. Okay, and then other question: what are you reading these days?
I finished The Night Prince, and it
Mhm.
exceeded all my expectations.
Which were high.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, it's so good. I don't want to give one single thing away, but like the two main characters that are men are like, they could rival like the Bat Boys.
Which is crazy to me because the Bat Boys are so iconic.
I know, but like these two, like never mind. Read it. It's so good. And I flew through them because they're both not very long, like 500 pages.
Oh, compared to a 900-page SJM, that's nothing.
No, so I flew through them in like under 2 weeks for sure.
Okay.
And they were just like, third one coming out June 2026 is what the rumor mill has going.
There's so many books coming out this
in the
year.
next 8 months.
Yes. Or 8 months. Yeah. Like
in like 10 days from now.
Brimstone?
Yep.
I know. It's all over my socials.
I'm dying.
I can't wait.
I know. Me neither.
I loved Quicksilver. Quicksilver, because I had read, what was it, Anathema, and I was like, meh. And so then I read Quicksilver and I was like, okay, I'm feeling excited about it. But now you have started the second Anathema book.
Yes. I'm on chapter 4.
What's that one called?
Eldrick.
Okay.
It is excellent.
You're also loving it.
Yeah. I was scared because it had said at the beginning of the book, it like prefaces like this is more backstory on Zvander, which is like great because I'm obsessed with him. But it still carries book 1 forward, like as they're talking about it. So it's like kind of like a dual timeline,
right?
Which can be tricky to do, but so far I'm liking it a lot. It's fat though. It's like 1,000 pages.
I was gonna say, so that sounds similar, although I'm early to book 5 of Blood and Ash, because Blood and Ash, the 5th book, without giving too much away, is kind of doing that where we're going back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah.
But the story so far does seem to be maybe progressing a little. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know if it'll stop. It
Not
does.
a ton, but like it does. Like
Okay.
it goes to present day.
Yeah.
And then back to, I love his point of view.
Yeah, I'm liking it. I wasn't sure how I would feel because I know we have a friend that didn't enjoy that.
Yeah.
But so far I'm like.
Have you read A Steamy Scene yet? From his perspective?
No, not yet.
It's very good.
I'm excited. I'm trying to think what else we were talking about.
Oh my gosh, 1984.
Like,
how's your 2 progress going on that?
No progress.
Just quit.
Nothing to. I will not quit.
I will not.
We'll be done the entire ACOTAR series. And we'll be like, I'm on the last chapter of 1984, and the cars just flew by.
I'm recording.
Jamie's like, I know it.
I'm recording myself with Wings and Ruin after I read like 2 pages of.
And then you wait. Where are you at with Wings and Ruin?
Well, I have not read anymore.
Alyssa.
Come on now.
Yay. I was gonna say my sister-in-law, who is quite a bit younger than me, but I was like, I feel like ACOTAR is ageless. You don't have, as long as you're like an adult, you can read it. And so I had pitched her the book and obviously told her about the pod. And so I lent it to her last Saturday, and by I think it was Thursday, she had read the whole book. And she texted me. First I said, you must text me once you are under the mountain. And so she was like, I'm under the mountain. And I was like, oh my God.
That's your like thing that you text everyone who's reading it for the first time.
Yes.
She texted to me too. She's like, tell me when you're under the mountain.
Because I know that's when everyone gets hooked. And when people are like, wait, what? Also, I want to know if anyone guesses the riddle and if people don't. So I had asked her, I was like, what do you think the answer to the riddle is? And we're going to talk about it later today. But shocking, absolutely no one. She guessed it.
Am I the only one?
Jamie's like, oh, I don't know. Love.
Love.
And she's like, she's full hooked.
Mm-hmm.
She made an interesting comment, which makes me feel like she's really going to love the next 2 books. She was like, every time I thought it was going to do something that I really didn't like, it didn't. Like, she was talking about the first real steamy moment between Feyre and Tamlin at Calanmai, or after Calanmai, and he pins her against the wall. And she was like, she's like, things are getting hot and steamy, and then he says, don't ever disobey me again. And she's like, I was afraid that Feyre was going to be like, I won't. And then, of course, Miss, you're not the boss of me, slaps him and then like flaunts her bruise the next day. She's like, I loved it. I was like, oh, you are really going to like book 2.
Good girl.
Right? Yeah. I was like, Anyway, so that was very fun. And then we have another friend who finished the entire ACOTAR series in 2 weeks and is now on book 2 of Throne of Glass.
The cult is growing.
Welcome, everyone.
Taking the blood oath.
All right. Are we ready to get going?
I think so.
Okay. It is time to talk lore, lust, and loose morals as we unpack adventures, escape to new worlds, and, of course, swoon over our best book boyfriends.
Before we get started, a quick note from your favorite book obsessed babes. Today's episode covers the final 5 chapters of A Court of Thorns and Roses. We made it. But consider this your official spoiler warning. We'll be touching on the entire ACOTAR series, plus Crescent City and Throne of Glass. Basically, if it involves fae, feelings, or fantasy-level emotional destruction, it's fair game.
This podcast has all of our favorite R words: romance, racey, risque, and, of course,
RHYSAND.
As such, it is rated R. Listen accordingly.
We'll kick off every episode with Babes Between the Lines,
where we read what's written, obsess over what isn't,
and dig past the dialogue so you don't miss any of the magic, motives, or mistakes.
Let's do it.
Chapter 42. Oh.
It's fine. You're making me feel better. Chapter 42.
It's because when I write chapter 42 and then I start the sentence with chapter 42, I'm like,
yes, every time you do
Jamie.
that, I see it coming and I'm like, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And then you say, you're like, chapter blah, blah, blah. Rage fills your eyes. And then, yes, you make the disgruntled cow noise.
I'm mad. Chapter 42 kicks off with a moment that's supposed to be romantic, but really it just makes you want to throw a shoe at Tamlin. He finally breaks his stoic silence long enough to kiss Feyre, and not a sweet, subtle kind of kiss. Oh no, a full, reckless, let's doom the entire continent for love kind of kiss. It's passion meets poor decision making, and the stakes couldn't be higher. For a man who's been quieter than a ghost for the last few chapters, this is his big move.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, so are we getting laid or what?
I know. Disgusting.
Agreed.
Tamlin's desperation comes off less as devotion and more as a dangerous selfishness. I think we can both agree on that. Yeah. It's the first real crack in his protective persona, because this isn't protection.
No.
It's possession dressed up as love, and it puts Feyre himself and literally all of Prythian in jeopardy. Romantic? Not exactly. Infuriating? Absolutely.
So why do we think he does it? Like, he's not dumb. As much as we can hate on Tamlin for... I don't think
he's a freaking horn dog. Like, what is he doing?
He makes him like, you're so fucking stupid. Like, selling out the entire spring court.
We talked about this, though. Like, do we think RHYSAND would do this? You know,
we don't want to talk about that.
We don't talk.
We're skipping over that part. We're glazed over everything. Exactly. No.
Like, is it because he's just given up? And he's like, there's no way we're getting out of here. There's nothing. Like, because he kind of, honestly, it felt for most of the story like he had just given up. Even when RHYSAND comes to the spring court and is like, what have you done for the last 50 years? And he's like, there's nothing to be done. Has he just, like, he really is, even though Feyre has come so far and she's like, I'm here and I'm going to save you. And he's like,
he doesn't believe in her. And I feel like, to me, that's what really, like, aggravates me about him. Like, he's like, okay, sure. Like, that's cute.
Yeah.
And she's like, listen, fuck her.
I compare it again. Oh, I thought you said pause.
No, I said facts.
Facts.
Right? Like, and then RHYSAND's like betting on her, and he's literally like, you can do it, stand up.
Literally bets
on
her.
Her cheerleader. And Tamlin is like, really? You think you can do that?
Yeah. I think he doesn't think he thinks they're not getting out of there. And so he's like, well, might as well get my rocks off one last time. Doubling down.
When RHYSAND unfurls his wings in front of Feyre, it's not just an outburst, it's a revelation. Quote, "What do I care?" he breathed, wrath twisting in his features. Wings, those membranous, glorious wings, flared from his back, crafted from the shadows behind him. What do I care? In this moment, he drops every mask, every layer of control, and shows her something real, raw, and deeply personal.
I loved this moment.
The membranous part. Jessica doesn't understand membrane. If you don't know, watch the last episode.
Jamie's gonna show up to the next recording with like a membrane and be like,
just coated in saran wrap.
Having a science class here.
Yeah. Oh. His wings are more than an extension of his power. They're his vulnerability.
Yes.
The part of him he never lets anyone see unless he chooses to, which we talked about last time. Yeah. So when he spreads them in anger, frustration, and pain, when she demands to know why he cares for her, it's not just rage, it's a confession. I feel like it's him saying this wasn't supposed to happen, but it did. Obviously his feelings for her.
Right.
Yeah. The wings make him seem bigger, yes, but it's the emotion beneath them that makes this moment feel monumental. This untouchable High Lord is breaking for a mortal girl. It's power and passion all tangled up in one breathless, devastating image.
Oh my God, yes. Like, and again, the wings, like it's such a, you're totally right that it becomes this, it's like a little giveaway for him. Okay, before we go on, let me ask, what are we thinking about the kiss that comes right after? Oh, hello, Louise. Oh, kisses for the mic. Thank you. She's like, the one thing that I probably shouldn't kiss. Let me go for it. Good girl. Oh, me too? Yes, please come join me. Rude. Fine.
Just like, no, thank you.
Oh, she's such a good girl. This kiss, like this description is so hot. Quote, his tongue sweeping over the roof of my mouth against my teeth, claiming my mouth and fuck, I did your part.
You skipped your part.
I definitely did.
I was like, well, that's fine.
I thought you were just going off.
She's just freewheeling it, folks.
Freewheeling.
We're episode 8.
We got this.
No, we're like, just kidding.
We do not have
We
this.
are pathetic.
In fact. Okay, I wanted to ask, what are we thinking about the kiss that comes right after? I mean, it's definitely unwanted. So our favorite High Lord does not exactly have his finest moment here. A real, like, the bar is on the floor situation. Yes. But again, like, what was the alternative? Stand by and watch her die? It's messy, it's hectic, it makes you cringe and kind of understand all at once.
I agree. And so I cut him a bit of slack. I mean, shocker. But like, yeah, she doesn't want him to kiss her, but I agree. Like the opposite is, or the alternative is like death to everyone before they even start the third trial.
Yeah.
Still.
It's very like the ends justify the means throughout this whole section.
All his actions, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also kind of hate that this was their first kiss.
I know. He hates it too.
I know. He does say that later, but it's just, I mean, the description is hot. Quote, his tongue sweeping over the roof of my mouth against my teeth, claiming my mouth and claiming me. The vibe is off, though. I get that he's primarily the villain in this book, but it's still one of the few times in this whole series that RHYSAND is like a bit of a walking red flag.
Yep, 100%. Not as bad as the broken arm twisting.
No.
But like, not great.
No. No. Okay. But truly it lasts about 10 seconds and he is redeemed.
Of course.
But next we get one of the most quietly intimate scenes between Feyre and RHYSAND, and babes, it's everything. She's battered, heartbroken, and completely undone, yet she finds herself drawn to him, to his steadiness, his calm, his strange kind of understanding. She realizes that while Tamlin's love burned hot and dangerous, RHYSAND's has been the shadow that kept her alive. Every cruel smirk, every calculated act under the mountain, it all starts to click.
Yeah.
He wasn't tormenting her, he was shielding her, and now for the first time, Feyre sees the truth. He's been fighting for her in silence the whole time. What do you think about that, Louise?
Audio listeners, Jamie's dog has just decided that she's another member of the podcast. She's right all up in our growl.
Hi.
Hi, Louise. Oh, yes. It's fine. Everything's fine. She's like, and enough of that. No? Lovely.
Oh, no, your turn.
My turn.
Louise, we need to get through this. She has like pound puppy eyes. Sit.
What do you mean? Lucy is
Lay
so
down.
skinny and small and dainty.
All right. Fat shaming is rude regardless of
Okay,
species.
I sent a video. My friend has a like notoriously fat cat named Hank.
Hank.
And she's a girl.
That's a great name for a fat girl cat.
Yes. And I sent a video of Lucy, and Lucy was fatter than
Okay.
her.
You're being rude.
It's true.
Lucy, you know, Andrew goes all the time. He's like, Lucy is not fat. She's jolly. I'm like, one of those is like a physical description. One of those is a temperament. I don't think that they're interchangeable.
Like Santa.
Like Santa. That's what he's saying. Yeah.
Poor Lucy.
I remember I brought Cooper to the vet once, and the vet was like, "Oh, she's slightly overweight," and then I told Jessica, and she was like, "Oh, Lucy."
Okay. The audio listeners are going to think my cat's stomach drags on the floor. Lucy has... Stop it. It does not. Lucy has epilepsy and is on a medication that is sedating, and the vet has said that we should just let her live her life and
She's
be
really
happy.
skinny before getting on medication, too.
Enough, Alyssa. She is unwell, okay? Just let her be
Poor
fat
Lucy.
and happy.
She's so cute.
Yeah, she is
So
happy.
cute.
She is happy.
She is happy and fat. So let's just let her live her life.
RHYSAND, never one to overshare, looses his lips and gives our girl a little backstory about why he was made Amaranthus whore. And can I just say, it's heartbreaking and deeply deranged. It is here we also learn why Tambam has absolutely nothing nice to say about him. Feyre feels an instinctive pull to comfort him. Amid all of the death and despair, there's tenderness. She doesn't fully understand why she wants to reach for him, but we most definitely do.
I don't remember why he became Amaranthus whore.
To protect Valeris, right?
Yeah.
But like, does he talk about why she chose him? Just because he's so good looking, and who wouldn't choose him?
Yes.
And also it had something to do with the fact that he had killed Tamlin's family, or his dad.
I was going to say it wasn't Rhys.
No,
it was
his dad
father.
so to punish RHYSAND for his family killing Tamlin's family, because she wanted like Tamlin to like her. Girl, this is not
she was
the way.
like, I'm going to fuck you.
Yeah.
Wow.
As punishment.
Wow.
Crazy.
I also have been poorly behaved, Amarantha.
Ever the curious kitten, Feyre has to know why. Why, when they made the bargain, he didn't just trap her? Why, when he had total control, did he not exert it? Quote, when you healed my arm, you didn't need to bargain with me. You could have demanded every single week of the year. Every single week, and I would have said yes. This is a departure from what actually happened, because she's like, no, never, I'll never come be with you. And she's like, I would have said every week. And I'm like, girl, you're fallen.
Right, but she's saying because you could have made me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
yes, yeah.
But I mean, still. And in a devastatingly beautiful fashion, he merely says, I know, and vanishes.
Oh, I love these breadcrumbs.
I love him. I love him. On a reread, this really stood out when we make a direct comparison to Tamlin. Their methods are in stark contrast to one another. Tamlin takes every opportunity to take control, and Rhys, even in dire situations, tries to offer her choice. Thoughts?
Feyre's whole, her motivator, her goal, her core value, choice. Give me choice or give me death. Truly, give me choice or give me death, honestly. Yeah.
Agreed. Chapter 43. We have reached the tipping point, babes. Feyre is becoming something and someone new in this chapter. Brutal, bloody, and heartbreaking. This is her third and final trial, her last chance to save Tamlin and all of Prythian. No pressure. But the stakes have never been higher. Feyre walks into that chamber not as a frightened mortal girl, but as someone who knows exactly what love demands, and she's ready to give everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. Literally. Amarantha, meanwhile, is serving her signature blend of sadistic off-the-rails energy, taunting, smirking, and so certain she's already won.
Yeah.
I can see her expression and hear her tone when she says, quote, I wonder if it will be worse to fail now when you are so close. She gave me a pout, like, I wonder if it'll be worse now. Ooh. Like, oh,
I know.
the description of her, I'm like, yeah.
I know.
Like in my mind,
I know. I can see her vividly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Versus, honestly, if you were to ask me to describe Hybern, I'd be like, I think he has dark hair. Like,
actually, I've never actually thought about what he looks like. Isn't that weird?
No, I can't. Like, if I'm like,
is he balding? Like, in my mind, he's maybe balding.
He's like just kind of old and pathetic. No, but Amarantha, she's like, if I saw her in a crowd right now, I'd be like, that's Amarantha. Like,
do you ever get a description of Hybern?
See what I mean? I think we do. Do we? I think so, but I just feel like he is not, even though we spend more time with him as a villain, he just isn't built out enough.
Or memorable.
Or memorable.
Clearly,
we'll
at all.
Like, because I would say I liked Amarantha as a villain on a first read, but on a reread, I'm like, oh, I love her.
She's so evil.
I'm sad to say goodbye. So we'll see. Maybe as we go through, I'll be like, oh no, Hybern's growing on me. But for now, like right now, if you were to say like describe Hybern, my best bet is brunette. And that's it.
Bald?
Yeah.
That's like what's the lawnmower balding?
Oh, like yeah.
I forget what it's called. But
yes.
She's the kind of villain who monologues just to hear herself sound clever, completely blind to the fact that the mortal she's mocking has no intention of going quietly. We talk about this in a previous episode, but her mistake is the oldest in the book.
Oh.
She underestimates Feyre. Like every villain for the remainder of time who underestimates the main character, you are wrong.
Never.
Just kill them at your first opportunity.
I know, but they love the drama.
I know. Those villains. She underestimates the power of love. The irony of this being the answer to the riddle is not escaping us. Because of Amarantha's limited understanding and tragic experience with love, it almost gives Feyre an advantage.
Oh.
Like she could never kill Tamlin, and so she doesn't expect Feyre to be able to. And like also because her view of mortals is so low, she's like, you really?
Do you think Feyre could have done it if she hadn't have known, and she doesn't know for sure, but have been willing to bet that his heart was actually made of stone? Could she have still done it if she had just been like, he's gonna die?
I think so.
I don't know, to be honest.
Fandom?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, because she values the collective more than the one.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if she does at this point. I think eventually, but
I mean, she also...
No, I think she does, because I think when in the second book, I think this is just a sprinkling of her true nature, because in the second book, when the tithe is being paid and she goes and she helps the water wraith, and it's like she obviously values the whole court versus what Tamlin is like. He's kind of sitting pretty on top of everything, and she could just be along for the ride.
He sits.
Sits.
Interesting.
Sits.
Oh. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I think that this is just a sprinkling of her true.
I'm more with Allie on this one. I think she would have done it anyways. Also, she has RHYSAND now, so like, shoo.
Right, but not at this point.
I know.
I don't know. I'm not convinced either way. I'm not convinced.
I think it's more she would sacrifice herself and who she loves for the collective. You don't agree?
I don't know that she would sacrifice like herself. Yes, again, her and Reese, we've talked about this. They're just like waiting. Yes. But I don't know that she would at this point in her character development, because I feel like she still has so much tied up in Tamlin in terms of he is not just a man. He is not just her romantic interest, her love. He is who got her out of poverty. He is who freed her family from poverty. He is who finally made her feel safe. And so he is more like a walking symbol to her of all of the finally good and wonderful things that she never got to experience or hadn't experienced in so long. So I don't know. Like, I don't know if she, because it's a bet. She doesn't know that his heart is stone.
Right. And she does it anyways.
Yeah. And that's why.
So yes, she's ready for him to die. Like in taking that action,
I see what you're saying.
She doesn't actually know. So she's like, well, here's hoping, but it could have gone the other way and she did it anyway.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, yeah, she for sure would have.
Yeah.
You make a good point. Like, she isn't for sure. You're like, wow. Not to toot my own horn, but beep, beep.
I do agree with everything you say, and that part of her self-worth is tied up in Tamlin too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's only worth something because he made it so.
Yes. Yeah.
So I agree with you on everything you say, but I still think she would have.
She would have done it either way.
Back to our regular programming. She thinks cruelty makes her powerful, but it's Feyre's devotion to Tamlin, to her family, to everyone suffering under that mountain that makes her unstoppable.
Absolutely. Amen.
For once, the crowd doesn't jeer. They don't cheer. They just watch.
I know.
This was like,
yeah,
good. It's kind of like a hush falls over
you
the
can
crowd.
Feel
and you're
the tension.
Yes.
Yeah.
Their silence is a rebellion, a quiet collective act of courage. Feyre feels it too, this invisible thread connecting her to them, this moment of shared defiance. She says, "It was a gift that gave me courage, that made me bunch my fists, that made me embrace the tattoo on my arm. I had beaten her until now, fairly or not, and I would not feel alone when I died. I would not die alone. It was all I could ask for." Oh, woof.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the most hauntingly beautiful lines in the book, in my opinion, because it's not just about dying bravely, it's about living with purpose, even in the face of inevitable loss.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love this line. Also that she references the tattoo and then says that she won't die alone. I'm like, because Rhys is there. You're like, because he has the tattoo.
You don't even know.
Exactly. So I love that part.
Yeah, I agree. And I noticed it too, like later when we do my section, that the crowd is like, it's a very different crowd than it was earlier. And that's curious to me that this is when they are like,
rooting for her.
Yes. Before, I think they kind of were a bit like Tamlin, like they didn't think she even had a shot in hell. And now they're like, this fucking girl might just fucking do it. Like, damn. Rhys, so let's take some bets again. Like,
exactly.
Also, I think they're putting themselves in her shoes in this situation where she has to kill like innocent people, basically. And they're like, fuck, this is,
what would they do?
This is hard.
Yeah.
Like, this is not just like watching someone Amazing Race.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Under the Mountain edition.
Yeah.
Right.
3 Fae lined up before her, waiting to die by her hand. It's not bravery that drives Feyre forward in this moment. It's desperation. Every time she plunges that blade, she loses a piece of herself.
Yeah.
The first kill is agony, physical and emotional, and the second nearly undoes her. She tells herself she's saving Prythian, saving Tamlin, but each life she takes feels like it's slowly ending her own. Feyre isn't just fighting for freedom anymore. She's fighting against the unbearable weight of what she feels she's becoming to earn it. And as the blood drips and pools around her, she's already thinking about what comes next. Because how do you go on living when your hands are covered in the blood of innocence?
Oof. Out damn spot.
Oh my God. Macbeth.
Yeah.
Shakespeare watch. It's not self-pity. It's the unbearable logic of someone who's lost her sense of worth to the cause she's dying for. Oof. Like, she doesn't, in these moments, she keeps thinking, like, how can I live after? How can I go on? Like, I'm just going to slit my own throat, basically. Like,
yeah.
Ugh, it's awful. When Tamlin's hood comes off and the weight of the choice kneeling before her seems unbearable, our girl thinks back to Alice's advice. Listen.
Okay.
I'm like, come on.
The first time.
Yeah.
Yes. So Feyre literally has not heeded a word of Alice's advice up to this point. But now she's thinking, this is probably a good time to start thinking about Alice's advice.
I know.
Come on.
I know. Alice is just like,
oh,
why now?
I almost wish she, like, I love Alice. I never want anything bad to happen to her, but I almost wish she had been under the mountain and that we could have, like, gotten glimpses of her, because for sure, Homegirl would have been just over there, like, raging, like, cursing and, like, shaking her fist at Feyre, holding up the list and being like, did you not hear what I said?
There weren't that many rolls, girl.
No, motherfucker, I did not stutter. Oh, exactly. Feyre. Oh, damn it, Feyre.
Cue T-Swift's love story lyrics. I close my eyes and flashbacks start. I'm standing there. Like, yeah, poor Alice. God, like Feyre's like thinking and she's like, oh yeah, what about all these things that were said? She's not on a balcony in the summer air, but you get the point. It's that single thread of memory, those small offhand references to his heart of stone that finally click into place. In a light bulb moment, she realizes what it means, what he's been trying to tell her all along. For so many chapters, we've been frustrated by Tamlin's inaction, his silence, his stillness, his refusal to fight. He sits. But maybe, just maybe, he's been risking everything to help her in the only way he could. So she takes the dagger and plunges it into his heart.
Oh my God.
So I did feel bad for Tamlin as he's like kneeling here and he's like, in his mind, I'm sure he's like, piece it together, like figure it out. And he does give her like a knowing look or like
they like they're,
yeah. Yeah, that. They exchange like a glance.
Yes.
And he's like, you got it.
Right.
You figured it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. Also, okay, did we talk about this last time? Is it just Tamlin with the Heart of Stone?
We did not talk about it, but I think so.
What is that? And are we ever going to
brand? I don't know.
Okay, but it's so weird.
Yeah, it is weird. And is it just
Feyre too once she becomes Fae?
No, so that's what we were saying is that I don't think I've heard anywhere else about Fae or fairies having hearts of stone except for Tamlin would be, that's kind of funny. I feel like I've heard in battle scenes of them like being plunged in the heart and like stuff like that. And so what is that about? Why? That's so weird for it just to be like, oh, by the way, it has a heart of stone. Moving along. Like,
did it turn to stone when the Blythe came, or was it always stone?
I think it was always stone, but it's never explained. So I wonder if this is going to play. I haven't seen any theories about this. Have you? Any of you?
No. Time to go digging.
Yes, truly. This has to have some type of weird backstory because it's way too weird. And SJM is too good at that kind of thing to just like leave it hanging.
Although we do have the Starlight Pool, which we still have no answers for.
Oh, SJM. That is my, again, what is that word? My Roman Empire. Okay, chapter 44. I gotta say, like, SJM is a master of leaving a chapter on a cliffhanger because, especially this one, obviously, the number of times I'd be reading and I'd be like, just this last chapter. And then I'd be like, I gotta read it again. Like, I can't, like, oh, then she stabs him in the heart. All right, good night. I'll finish it tomorrow. Like, that's not happening.
This is my feeling with like every romantasy book that I read. It
must be a hack that they've all learned to like keep you going.
Because when I'm up at 3 a.m. reading my book, I'm like, oh, just one more chapter.
One more
then
chapter.
It's like, oh, but then this happens. He said, good girl, and it ends. And I'm like,
well, this will not be ending. As the blade plunges into Tamlin's chest, Feyre has a sickening moment where Tamlin cries out and she thinks she bet wrong. My God, can you imagine being like in her shoes in that moment? You're like, okay, here we go. And he's like, hi. Oh, like
it was,
oh, I would throw up. Like just horrific.
How she hasn't thrown up this in like
she's up in her cell, but only when she's sick.
Only when she's sick from being hungover, like from the violence and gore,
and from the first night she goes in her cell, like, and she has the fever. She throws up.
But she's like physically ill.
Lucian
throws up in a plant because like there's too much blood.
Way. Yeah, he's like, it's a bit delicate that way. I mean, so would I be. But then the dagger stops, vibrating against a stone. She pulls the blade out and sees the tip is bent. The dagger crashes to the floor as Feyre looks to Tamlin and sees the hole in his chest beginning to heal, but slowly, so slowly. Kill her, she thinks, watching him as he clutches his chest and pants, but does not move. It's at this moment that Feyre realizes something is wrong. None of the masks have fallen off. Tamlin's wound should have healed much more quickly with his magic returning to him, and Amarantha's face is blanched, but not with fear, with something else far more sinister.
I mean, this is where she glosses over the details. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. When she was like, you're being paranoid, Feyre. Don't worry about it. And we're all just like, what? Like,
now is the time.
Yeah, if there was ever a moment to be an overthinker. Voices begin to call out from the crowd, demanding Amarantha free them, insisting that Feyre has won. But Amarantha stares out at them all with cold hatred and says, quote, I'll free them whenever I see fit. Feyre never specified when I had to free them, just that I had to.
Oh, maybe this is why she was so unbothered the whole time.
Because she's like, Feyre's an idiot.
Yeah, she's just like, this girl's dumb. Like, I've got her card anyways. Even if she does win, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think she's a little flustered because I think she definitely thought Feyre was going to be like fucked up by this and not able to do it. And so I think she's a little like, damn, all right. Like, again, game recognizes game. But she definitely thinks you're an idiot and I'm just going to do what I want anyways. And none of y'all can do nothing.
I didn't piece this together till now. I'm like, oh, that's why she's unbothered.
Yeah, she's so cool and collected. These fairies, so clearly now in support of Feyre, are interesting to me. Like we talked about, they were at first jeering and booing and whatever, and now they're silent and there's this solidarity. But why is it now? Like, where were they when Rhysand was taking bets? Is it only because now Feyre has won and they feel safe enough to raise their voice against Amarantha?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it's like when she's walking through the village and now she's rich and people are like, oh, Feyre. Right. And now that these other yahoos who were like, boo, you're going to lose, like you suck. And now they're like, you're our savior, curse breaker.
I know. Everyone wants to bet on a winning horse.
Yes.
It's interesting because I feel like for the rest of the series, Feyre, she doesn't hold anything against them. And I feel like I might. Like I would be like, where were you when? You know what I mean?
Like, I was taking the high road.
Yeah.
I mean, we always want to take the low road.
Let's dig a tunnel. Amarantha begins to prowl closer to Feyre, telling her that she's going to make Feyre pay for her insolence, that she's going to kill her. And as she speaks, Feyre feels dark magic lash out at her, striking her with pain like she's never known before. She levitates and then is thrown to the floor, her bones splintering. Amarantha demands one final bargain from Feyre. If Feyre admits that she never really loved Tamlin, then Amarantha will spare her. But if there's one thing that we've learned about our girl over the past 44 chapters, it's that no one tells her what to do.
No.
Do you think Amarantha, if Feyre had been like, all right, bet, and was like, sure, I don't love him, would Amarantha have actually let her go?
No, she would have been like, you're lying.
Right. Yes.
I can tell.
Yeah.
Rhys, make omelets of her brain.
Yeah, I agree. I think that this was like a false bargain and like no matter what, Feyre was not leaving that mountain alive if Amarantha had something to say about it.
Agreed.
Feyre refuses, thrashing on the floor, and through her agony, she hears a voice cry her name. Not Tamlin, not even Lucian, Rhysand. As her ribs crack one by one, she blacks out, only to be brought back almost instantaneously by Amarantha, and once again she hears Rhysand's voice yelling her name. This moment, I feel like I breezed past it on a reread, or on an initial read. I was like, oh, Rhys is like real bothered by this.
He's mildly upset.
Yeah, but then obviously a reread, you're like, oh my God. More dissenting voices also join Rhysand's, demanding Amarantha release them, but Amarantha ignores them, sneering, quote, what are you compared to our kind that you think you're worthy of us? There's obviously throughout this series, I feel like this is a bit of a commentary on we're commenting on and we're paralleling racism, and like, you know, let's just say it, like any type of like ism, racism, sexism, anything where we're looking at like power structure and hierarchy based off of like born inherited traits. And so these comments on like her hatred, and not just hatred but disgust for the mortals, and the fact that someone who is one of her would love someone that is one of them, especially choosing her being Feyre over Amarantha, is an affront to her entire socio-political view of the world.
Yes.
And I agree with that. Right? And I hear that in this statement. She compares her to, like, I think worm food. Wow. Which
the
is
poop.
like,
the worm poop.
Right? Yeah.
But also, like, she does hate humans because of Jurian, too. Like, did she hate the humans before Jurian killed her sister? Or she was like, they're beneath me, but I'm, like, indifferent?
I think yes and yes. Like, I think she hated the humans because she was part of Hybern. She was Hybern's highest commander back then, even.
Right.
And they all wanted the humans to stay as their slaves.
No, you're right. Yeah.
But I think that, yes, the hatred became more personal after Clythia. Such a pretty name. And then, through the haze, Feyre sees RHYSAND running towards them, a dagger in his hand pointed at Amarantha's throat. She doesn't even spare him a look, just lifts her hand and he flies backwards, crashing to the ground. And instantly, he's pulling himself up again, racing towards her once more, but slams into an invisible wall surrounding Feyre's bloody, broken body.
He will not be deterred.
No. We love tenacity.
Man on a mission.
For a moment, Amarantha's fury is turned from Feyre and focuses on Rhys, calling him a traitorous piece of filth. She sends him flying across the room, his head cracking against the floor, and then lashes him over and over and over with her dark power. And Feyre watches as the marble where he has landed begins to crack, spider webbing towards her. Even the ground itself is trying to connect these two.
Oh, I love that.
Feyre begs Amarantha to stop, locking eyes with Rhys, and suddenly her consciousness seems to be flashing between her body and his as the bond between them tightens. And I feel like we are supposed to read this as she is approaching death. Feyre's spine begins to break and her mind is flooded with memories, a cruel retelling of the worst moments of her life. Pause. Have you ever had a near-death experience?
No, never.
So you've never experienced this, like life flashed before your eyes?
No.
When I was maybe like 16, I did. So I was like getting off the bus, going home from school. Maybe I was younger, maybe like 15. Anyways, like mid-teens. And I was going behind the bus. And you know how they always have the like, stop, but like people blow it all the time. And I just went and walked out because I thought it was stopped and someone blew it. And they were, I don't think it's an exaggeration to say maybe 2 inches from me. And I actually had a friend who grabbed me and yanked me back. And it sounds crazy. And it was literally maybe 2 seconds, but I really did have like my life flashed before my eyes. But I will say it was all wonderful. Like it was all like these like beautiful, wonderful, warm moments, but it was so quick. It wasn't slow. Like sometimes you hear people, or maybe in stories and movies, and they talk about it. And it's like they watch like a little mini movie. Like it was very, but it's like I got this almost like someone gave me like the thesis of my life in like a sentence, but it was a series of, I don't know, it's hard to describe. But I'm like, it truly did happen.
I mean, does this speak to Feyre and that it's all the worst moments of her life?
It's interesting. So we'll keep going because this changes.
Look at Louise. She is just like...
Bless you. With the one paw.
I know.
Again, she hears Amarantha's voice shrieking through her misery, demanding Feyre say she doesn't love him. And again, Feyre refuses. Through a red haze, Feyre sees Tamlin crawl towards them, finally moving, begging that Amarantha stop, apologizing for what he said about Clythia all those years ago.
This is so pathetic. Like, he's like begging her, and Rhys is like running at her with a knife, like gonna kill her, and
over
Tamlin's
and over.
Like, oh, please, sir, can I have some more?
He
Like,
literally is described as reaching for like the hem of her dress.
Right, pathetic.
Which is so interesting because he is very like macho man. Like, he loves being in his beast form. He's like muscle man. Like, but this, I think we're getting to see that like power is not seated always or even frequently in traditionally heteromasculine traits. This idea of like the stronger you are physically, the more powerful. No, like Rhys is obviously super, super powerful and very strong and whatever. He's jacked. Like, no one's looking at Rhys being like he's gonna blow away in a stiff breeze. But Tamlin is described as the warrior build. Like, he's the like, you know,
he's like Cassian.
Yes, the warrior. But in like, he really does have these moments like very humbling. Mm-hmm. It's interesting.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about Cassian now that you say that, because like when you talk about like stereotypical hetero male roles, Cassian is like his EQ is like on point.
I know, yeah. And
I can't wait to get to book 5.
He satisfies those without pandering to them. Cassian, yeah. And as Feyre stares into his green eyes, the happy memories start now. So she does. It starts with all the bad, and then she gets the happy. The woods, that moment when they slept together in the meadow. She thinks of how her love for Tamlin has given her the happiest moment of her life. And that thought opens a small door in Feyre's mind. Amarantha's riddle. And suddenly, Feyre knows the answer.
Hallelujah.
Through the blood now filling her mouth, Feyre breathes out, quote, love, the answer to the riddle. And then her spine cracks.
Oh, I have goosebumps.
Right, like again, I'm supposed to now just be like, I'll read the next chapter the next day. Night night. Like, no. Good night. Yes.
I mean, to be fair, there's one left, right?
Yes.
You're like, oh no, I'll fix it for tomorrow. And it's like 2 pages.
Yeah. Oh no, there's 2 chapters. But anyways.
Oh.
Feyre is chapter 45. Feyre is no longer seeing the world through her own eyes, but instead through the eyes of someone slowly raising themselves from the ground. She sees her body, her neck twisted fatally, unnaturally to one side, and in the crowd, a flash of red hair, Lucian, and she watches through her host's eyes as he slowly removes his mask, followed by others.
Oh my god, that must feel so good.
Oh,
so itchy.
Right?
Okay.
I'd be like,
flaky dry skin.
So like when I used to get my lashes done, you like can't rub your eyes. You're not supposed to anyways, but everyone every now and then like rubs their eyes. You can't do it when you have lashes. And so finally I was like, God, I can't keep up with these. They're like, it's a lot of upkeep. And so I had them all taken off. And the first thing I did is I rubbed my eyes like it was, oh my, like I was trying to drill them through the back of my skull. It was the most satisfying feeling. That's what I must liken it to. Taking off this mask, finally rubbing my eyes after I got my lashes off.
Scratching your scalp after you get hair extensions out too.
Same.
Oh,
heaven.
It's like
heaven.
I mean, it's borderline orgasmic.
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
You're sitting there like, oh,
eyes rolling in the back of your head.
It feels. And if you have fake nails when you do it too, it's even better.
Extra sharp.
You get like,
yeah, really good in there. Yeah, I agree. So that's how they feel. She watches as Tamlin lifts his face to the Scarlet Queen. Watches as Amarantha whispers, "Please." Watches as golden light erupts and Amarantha flies backwards, followed almost immediately by Tamlin snarling in his beast form. Amarantha fights back against Tamlin's grip with bloodied nails and frantic magic, but she is no match for the High Lord of the Spring Court's fury. A sword flies through the air, Lucian's, and Tamlin grabs it and drives it through Amarantha's forehead and into the rock behind her.
This is like a vivid image.
Oh my god! Right through her forehead.
Like a thumbtack, just
Boink.
No,
also, I can't wait to see this in whatever movie or TV show. Like this moment of like, she's like, please. And then he's like, beast mode. And Lucian's like, sword. And he's like, bam. Oh my God. I can't wait.
It kind of reminds me of Harry Potter when, I think it's Hagrid in the last movie carries him back to like Hogwarts, and then the sword of Gryffindor drops out and he throws it to Neville, and Neville kills kills Voldemort or the snake. And I'm like,
fucking Neville.
Yes!
Yes.
It's like that.
Yep.
Like just like this action shot. I can just see Lucian too. It's so good.
Neville and his parents would have been so proud that he was so brave.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the actor who played Neville, you've seen, he's like, that boy grew up.
Stop.
No.
No,
He was such a
Okay, I'm like, we must, Allie, do your phone. No, it's, damn it, Kay, after the pod. No, I feel like you must see this. It's so, hang on. This is happening.
We should pull it up on YouTube.
It's shocking.
I am like waiting with breath bated because I don't.
Okay, first I have to look
possible.
up his name.
If you said like Draco Malfoy, I'm like, yeah, okay, tracks. Even Ron Weasley, I'm like, you know what? He has like an Ed Sheeran vibe. Like, I'm here for it.
Hang on, who's the
But
actor?
Neville just goes like, just wait. I just have to find a good picture. Like, he doesn't photograph that well. I'm like, yeah, because
like, I don't know.
I mean, his face is still a bit gomery, but
I don't think it's like,
He's handsome though.
I don't think it's, I mean,
he definitely got braces.
Oh yeah, I got his teeth fixed for sure.
like, tell me you're not at least a little shocked.
No, I'm fully shocked. Like,
Especially just when you compare him to when he was a child. Like, that to that.
it's like that. When did you get hot? Oh,
no, that was
up and down all day.
Damn it, Jamie.
Damn it, Jamie.
Okay, we're way off course. Back
to the show.
From dead Amarantha to hot Neville Longbottom. That's what you're here for, right, folks? Feyre's gaze, her host's gaze, shifts to her own broken body. Rhysand, Feyre realizes she's in Rhysand's mind. Suddenly, Tamlin is racing towards her, transforming into his human form, and then he is holding her, sobbing, stroking her hair.
I just want to point out again, doing nothing. Because
Mm.
it's Rhysand that, well, continue, but
Someone
he sits.
Someone approaches the huddled trio, the High Lord of the Autumn Court, and he looses a small glittering drop from his hand onto Feyre's chest, where it seems to dissolve into her body. Okay, pause. Was it, because is this a 54 reveal where he goes and he says in his mind he went and convinced all of them to do this?
He said they had to.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was going to say.
And he's like, I was prepared to make them if they wouldn't.
Okay. Because I didn't remember that. And so when I was rereading this, I was like, it's interesting that Baron is the first.
No,
But
it was like, Rhys was
them.
like,
You better fucking go. Yeah. Okay. One by one, all of the High Lords do the same, bestowing their small gifts onto Feyre's chest, with Rhysand last saying, quote, "For what she gave, we will bestow what our predecessors granted to few before." Chapter 46. Feyre is swimming in thick, inky darkness, straining for the surface, straining for air, when she suddenly gasps, and she's back, folks.
whew. Were we worried? No.
No.
Our heroine was not dying in book one.
No, I mean, you look at the series and you're like, well, I mean, I feel like we're not going to be talking about Alice for the next 4 books, but who knows? As Feyre's consciousness begins to take hold once more, her mind is already spinning with everything that's just happened. But through it all, she notices something odd. Her fingers are longer. Her body feels stronger. She can see with more depth, smell more, hear more. And despite the world's easiest riddle having stumped Feyre for 3 months, she puts it together in an instant. She's been turned into a high fae. I was reading this and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, she's like, oh, my fingers are a little bit longer and I can hear really well. I'm a high fae.
Why are
like,
the fingers longer?
because everything is longer. She's like, they're tall. She talks about like her center of balance is off and everything, like her limbs are longer.
It's very strange. I feel like as a short person, like personally attacked by this.
I am a hyphae. I identify as a hyphae.
Yeah. So what if I'm short?
Yeah, that's right.
So what if I'm not 6'7"?
Yeah,
Get out of here.
I know.
Rude.
I agree. Tamlin tells her it was the only way to save her. And at his voice, Feyre seems to awaken and looks, for the first time in how many hundreds of pages, on his face. And he's okay. No, of course. He's
Fine.
gorgeous.
He's beautiful. Whatever.
And as she drinks him in, she places a hand on his chest and feels the steady, reassuring beat of his heart.
Okay, so see, now it's not stone anymore?
So I think it's stone, but I think it beats. I think it's a beating stone heart.
Yeah.
But no, because she revisits this in the chapter previously, thinking to herself that she couldn't hear his heartbeat when she laid on his chest.
Really?
I'm sure. That's how she partially pieces it together, because she thinks to herself, I never heard his heartbeat.
So Amarantha made his heart stone as part of the blight and as because she was playing this all along, that this would be a trial.
No, it's not.
And I feel like she's like, well, his heart must be made of, like, he's mean to her. So she's like, oh, you want to be mean? I'll turn your heart to stone. Period. Exclamation point.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's why I was like confused. I'm like, is it always stone? That's why no others are stone.
Yeah, that would make the most sense without there being like a
plot
separate
hole solved.
Atta girl, Jamie.
I couldn't solve the riddle. So here we are.
You and Feyre. Yeah. Under the Mountain seems to explode into a cacophony. Amarantha's cronies flee along with the Autumn Court, and the remaining Fae and fairies alternate between jubilant celebration, stunned silence, or tearful gratitude offered to Tamlin and Feyre.
Tamlin?
Yes, and yes, I paused on that too when I was reading. I was like, okay, Tamlin was given this quest. He's had 50 years. It's the final year. Andres is the one who goes and dies.
Yeah.
And like alerts him that something's there. Lucian is there the whole time playing matchmaker, being like, okay, go catch the surreal and then you'll learn everything.
Her hair's
like,
clean.
Yeah, be nice to her and stop sulking and glowering.
And brooding.
And then Feyre's the one who's like going under the mountain and she's got her bow and her pathetic little dagger. And they're like, ha ha ha, you're so stupid, ignorant, pathetic, weak, bleh, mortal. And then they're all like,
Tamlin.
Thank you, Tamlin.
Do you know what this is? This is just like what happens in like offices around the world. Men taking credit for the hard work of women.
Yeah.
Let's put it out there.
Yes.
Not always. Men work hard too. But come on.
Statistically.
Right. This is like when Feyre's dad was like, what luck? And she's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They're like, what luck that Feyre met Tamlin and now he saved us all.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
Although to be fair, they call her Curse Breaker soon, but
yeah, she gets some pretty sweet nicknames.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. And through it all, Feyre is struggling to make sense of her new body. Every sound is too loud. The lights are too jarring. And finally, Tamlin notices her discomfort and takes her away to a nearby private room. Finally alone and, like not in mortal peril, Feyre can't help but stare at Tamlin, and her thoughts are a mess of juxtaposition. She did it. She saved him. She did it. She killed those two fairies. Her mind keeps flipping between grief and victory. Tamlin's gaze is drawn to Feyre's new tattoo, and his voice is low when he vows that they'll find a way out of the bargain. But Feyre doesn't want to talk about it. She doesn't want to talk about the bargain, the tattoo, the dead fairies who now weigh so heavily on her mind. Feyre doesn't want to think or talk about any of that. And so they don't. Instead, Feyre traces the planes of Tamlin's face first with her fingers, then with her mouth. And as the fire between them builds, she thinks, good. She wants to burn until there is nothing left of the memories of what it has cost her to get to this moment, to burn until there's just her and him and their hands and their love. Sex and intimacy and even love can be a powerful tool for avoidance. Again, if we think about when Tamlin, like, there's the little escape door, and instead he goes and like makes out with her. I feel like it's avoidance. Like instead of facing it, and if he really thinks that this is it, like if he really has given up and that's why they're not going to try to escape, he's not telling her, I love you, I missed you,
I'm
like
proud of how far you've come.
Thank you so much. Look at you. Can you believe you've done this? Instead, he's like, let's get it on. Like,
That's good.
Also, where is his thank you?
Yeah. There is no. Well,
does he?
Does
yes, he in book
in
2?
this note here, he says, "How can I ever thank you or repay you or something?"
All right.
Like he is
gracious.
Yes, he is appreciative of what she has done. I feel like if he wasn't, that would be a pretty big, like, glaring, like, alert, things are not good.
Pharaoh would glaze over it for sure, though.
Right.
It's like, well, he just
don't be paranoid. Don't be paranoid.
He has to deal with so much. Yeah. It's really hard for him to share his feelings.
I know. It's an interesting, though. And it also reminds me, speaking of Gone with the Wind, that I love, we now get to reference twice in this podcast, Scarlet. Because that's her repeating mantra. I'm not sure if it's in the movie, but in the book, repeatedly, as soon as like when things start to get really bad, I think she says it's either tomorrow or later. I'll think of it later. I'll think of it tomorrow.
And after all, tomorrow's another day.
There you go. Okay, it is in the movie. Like, and that's it. She has to compartmentalize the trauma because dealing with it would just be crippling, and she doesn't have the bandwidth. And that's Feyre in this moment. She's like, I can't. And so instead, they have sex. It's interesting. Later, Feyre is awoken in the night by a tug deep in her stomach. She falls.
This isn't a regular tug, folks.
She follows that tug, knowing intrinsically who calls her, until she finds herself on a small balcony on the side of the mountain. RHYSAND awaits. Feyre asks what he wants, and Rhys tells her he wants to say goodbye before her, quote, love takes her away forever. And Feyre reminds him she'll see him soon and wiggles her tattooed hand. Feyre asks another question. Why? Rhys answers, quote, because I didn't want you to fight alone or die alone. End quote.
Right, just like what I said.
Yeah.
Rhys is the best.
It's beautiful, this moment between them. And it makes her think about that fairy that died at the spring court with the wings torn off, and that she says this something similar to Tamlin, that she doesn't want it, no one deserves to die alone. I love that. Feyre thanks him, looking again to the mountains, but the shimmering snow and violet caps stir nothing of her artist brain. As readers, this is an interesting bit of foreshadowing for the trauma just starting to grow deep roots in Feyre's soul. It's RHYSAND's turn to ask a question. How does it feel to be High Fae? And Feyre tells him that while her body may be different, her heart remains human, and that had her heart changed as well, maybe she would be better able to stomach what she's done. It's interesting also to me that really the only time she talks about this is with Rhys. She doesn't talk about her grief and her trauma over having killed those fairies and her guilt with Tamlin. It's just in this moment.
And when she says if her heart turned High Fae, now going backwards, does that mean that her heart would turn to stone? What is happening?
I don't know. The stone heart is a real question mark here. I think you're right. I think it was just that, like, Amarantha.
But, like, why is her heart human then?
No, she's saying, like, metaphorically, her heart is human. Like, she still feels like a human inside, even if on the outside she's High Fae. RHYSAND's response is understanding but ominous. Quote, be glad of your human heart, Feyre. Pity those who don't feel anything at all. Like, is he referencing himself? Is he talking about Amarantha?
I don't know. I feel like he feels things. Obviously,
yes.
We know he feels things, like, deeply.
But has he shut them down over the last 50 years?
For sure. I think he would have had to.
Or I guess, 50 years.
7 times 7
Right,
years.
yeah. JB's like, let me do the math, folks. Yeah. It's an interesting note. When he tells her goodbye for now, he bows, his wings vanish, and he starts to disappear, when suddenly he goes rigid and his eyes blaze wide with shock. His nostrils flare, and she's about to ask what?
And then he's gone.
He's gone.
fight.
I know. My neighbor, when she was reading this at the end of the book, I was like, what did you think? And she's like, oh, I liked blah, 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 blah. And she goes, what was with Rhys at the end and his eyes going wide? And I was like, I don't know, keep reading. Like,
hard to say.
Right? Yeah.
What a question mark.
Feyre and Tamlin leave the mountain, Tamlin blocking the entrance behind them with a wave of his hand. The scent of wildflowers soon hits Feyre, and they are once again in the spring court. His lands, their lands. Home, thinks Feyre, and the thought almost bowls her over. She sees Alice and her boys running through the soft green grass. She sees the golden sun, the roses covering the manor, safe at last. They stand there, hand in hand, just watching until the sun begins to lower. Tomorrow, thinks Feyre. She'll face it all tomorrow. And they walk home. Finn.
Is home in italics? Did you look?
I didn't look, but now I must.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I feel like the first time she said it, maybe it was like home.
Home. Yeah. Also, again, the whole like tomorrow, I'll think of it tomorrow. I'm like, SJM has definitely read Gone with the Wind, because the more I think about Nesta, I'm like, she's absolutely Scarlet. Like 100% she is Scarlet. She must have read Gone with the Wind, or at least seen the movie. Because as Jamie says, the movie is just as good. False.
True.
It's good, but
it is so good. Vivian Lee is epic in that movie.
She's so good. Yeah. She's bipolar, I think I had read. Which I was like, get it, girl. Okay. Hot takes, theories, and thirsts.
This was a short amount of chapters to have some thirsts. And I'm going to be honest, Tamlin and Feyre, like, at the end of this, like, doing it, I'm like,
I agree. And it isn't a ton of detail. Like,
no, but like, I'm like, RHYSAND.
I agree. I feel like the scenes that have felt the most, like, erotic are all with Rhys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though she never, like, even likes him in this.
Yeah.
Intimate too.
Yeah.
Like the music playing chapter was so intimate. The tear licking, deeply erotic.
Everyone takes a shot when Jamie brings up tear licking.
Deeply erotic. And like, even, I don't know, all the language around Rhys is definitely more sultry than the language used around Tamlin. Like, there's always like caress and like, you know, I think that at one point, like, the darkness like penetrates her, and like and you're like,
penetrates what?
SJM, stop,
you dirty bird. Yeah, I agree. I felt like that kiss that he gives her, the first kiss, was very hot, even though it is a tool to like save her and cover for her and whatever. It's like, when there's that type of tension, it's, how can it not be? Because like, also, I'm just gonna say it, like, yeah, he had to kiss her and make it look real, but like, Amarantha can't see inside her mouth. Like, she doesn't know if there's tongue. 100%.
That was unnecessary.
I feel like we talked about a couple of theories here. One thing I'll note is that and we didn't talk about it in my synopsis, but when Feyre goes out onto the balcony on the side of the mountain and she's looking out and she sees the rest of the mountain range is covered in snow, but the mountain that they're on doesn't have a single snowflake nor a blade of grass. Like, it is just brown and barren. And so again, when we talk about like an under the mountain redemption arc, I'm like, this mountain is special. There is something that is going to happen with it in the future for sure. And I think it will involve Nesta. Or maybe Elaine. If she gets her villain arc. I'm now 100% on Elaine as a villain train. I must have this.
But how will she be a villain and then also under the mountain get redemption?
Well, maybe
like, it's that's neither here nor there.
You know what? I'm not the author, so let's leave this to SJM to work her magic. Are there any other theories that we haven't covered? Do you feel like up until this point, or that in these last few chapters, it made you think of?
No, but I did see another thing on TikTok, maybe last week, about Lysandra and Aedion. Aedion also plays the fiddle. Which,
yes, you
like,
mentioned that. Yeah.
I didn't.
Didn't you?
No, it completely like No, but he also plays the fiddle. And I'm like, I'm doubling down on this theory that he is somewhere along the line related to Adian and Lysandra.
Also, Adian has...
Or their baby.
Adian
he must
has
be their baby.
Anger issues. When he throws Lysandra in the snow and she's buck naked...
Oh, yeah, that was bad.
Oh, that... And in my head, I was like, I actually don't think that can be redeemed. Like, that was... I know that it... Yeah, like, I know... Also, just because he's mad that she lied. And she lied for good reason, and she like comes clean as soon as she can and whatever. But throwing her in the snow, in the cold, naked, outside of his tent.
Agreed.
I was like, I don't think it
wasn't like a...
That's abusive. Like,
yeah. Like, I was not like... You know, like, I didn't want him to die in the book, but like, he was definitely not one of my favorite characters, or like one that I was like heavily invested in.
No. So anyway, I think like he has anger issues, and Tamlin definitely seems to struggle to control his temper. Right? The parallels are for sure there.
Yeah. All right. What else? So we have unanswered questions about the lake.
Oh, the lake.
A bit about the Heart of Stone is like mildly unclear.
I don't think it's ever said outright. So I agree. I think your theory is right, but it's never fully like confirmed.
No. And then what else did we have questions about?
I don't know, but I agree. Lysandra and Adian being somehow related to Tamlin is a theory, and the whole like white stag.
Oh, yes.
I
think that's probably it. I mean, we obviously know what happens in the next book.
I know.
We could give like maybe, I feel like every book we should give like maybe a prediction of what will happen in book 6. And then we can go back and like when book 6 comes out, we can
see if we're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is yours like, are you like Elaine as a villain? Here we go.
I don't know if like that can happen all in one book. I feel like we need to do like a little Daenerys Targaryen there, right? There needs to be some build, some development, some descent into being a villain. Otherwise, it'll be a bit like jarring and unbelievable.
Yeah.
I am going to say that the seeds of Elaine becoming a villain will become more evident in book 6. That is at least my hope. If not my bet, it's at least my hope.
From an Elaine POV? Do you think it'll be an Elaine POV?
I think it'll flip-flop. I think it'll do Elaine and then Azriel, Elaine then Azriel. I think she'll do a duel. Or Lucian.
Azriel needs to get in on, like, be more in this series in a bigger way.
Well, and SJM has kind of alluded that, like, we don't even know what we're going to get with him. Like, girls, just wait. And so I think he will have, if not a dual POV, his own POV. We'll see. What do you think? Do you think it'll be?
I am praying that it's Azriel.
That it's Azriel.
I am like,
yeah.
Like, if she's like, Cassian is nothing, wait till you talk about Azriel. I'm like,
I'm fanning myself.
Grab the headboard.
Yes.
Buckle up.
I know.
Here we go. I am
wait.
desperate for an Azriel POV.
Yeah.
Especially when we get the bonus chapter.
Oh.
Where he like basically gets a hard on giving her a gift.
A necklace.
And I'm like, sir.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yes.
That is my hope and dream.
Okay.
Sarah J Maas, please.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
We were big Lucian stans. We always have been, but especially I would say on this reread, we've been like Lucian for life. Do we want Elaine with Lucian? No.
Absolutely
because again, you feel like Elaine is not good enough for him.
No. He needs like
the Fire Queen. The Firebird
I don't know what he needs. Maybe the Phoenix. I could see it. Because, like, fire, Lucian has red hair. I'm here for it.
Because fire, Lucian has red hair.
But the Autumn
Two
Court
is like 2 people.
Yeah. Put that together. No, she's like, and I like her. She's, like, helpful. We don't get a ton of her in the books. But
no, but I think we'll get more because he's becoming friends with her and Jurian and almost, like, forming his own court of dreams with them.
Found family.
Found family. Yeah.
And I also feel like Gwyn could be with Azrael.
Oh, yes.
And I am actually like very here for that because like her story started with him saving her.
Yeah.
I kind of love that. But no, Elaine should be with Tamlin. That is her punishment for being Elaine.
What if they both become villains? I don't think so. I think SJM wants to give Tamlin a redemption arc. They would do a good like villain pair. Because again, they have the backstory.
Can we also bring Manon into?
God, I love Manon.
I know. I'm like, can she come into this series?
I love her so much. When I told you, I was like, I really love this, like, in Throne of Glass, Manon and these witches. These are the chapters I'm living for. If anything happens to Manon, your face, I was terrified. But now I know that it's because of what happens to the 13. But I was like, no, my girl.
Like, broke my soul.
Oh, we've talked about it twice.
Yes, ugly crying.
Yeah.
Like, I was sobbing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was so invested in them.
Okay, before we move on to our conclusion, I think we should rate book 1. Out of 10, let's say. What would you give book 1?
It's like a 6 for me until Under the Mountain, and then it's like an 8. 7.5, 8. Yeah.
Okay, and then
the beginning is just like,
yes,
I was not invested in that story.
Yeah.
Even on the first read, I wasn't.
Yeah, I agree. I was the same way. It took me a while to fall into it. I did love the world building, and the more of the world we got to see, that's what hooked me. It wasn't the love story at first. The love story I was meh, but like when we learned about Calanmai and then the other courts, and I started to be like, oh, okay, that was getting me excited. But the love interest, it wasn't until actually Calanmai was a game changer for me. Calanmai that I was like, all right, this is fun. And then obviously Under the Mountain. Okay, and then in terms of order, there's 5 books. If you had to rank them 1 to 5, 1 being best, 5 being least best, where would you put ACOTAR, book 1?
Wait, what's best?
1, let's say, is best.
Okay, so 4.
4, with 5 being
the novella.
Yeah.
And I actually did like the novella, but there's like not a ton of, my expectations were like mitigated by everyone who like read it before. Yeah. They're like, don't have high hopes.
Yeah.
And I actually read it at Christmas, so I loved it.
Right. Very Hallmark.
But yes, exactly. But in terms of like being impressive, no. Like it's the least of the 5 for sure.
Yeah.
With ACOTAR being
4.
4. Yeah.
Okay. I would give it, I think, a 7. I would also have said 6 until Under the Mountain.
Yeah.
And then Under the Mountain hit, and I was like, okay, I am having a good time. I love a good trial.
Yeah.
And then I think I would also put it 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With 5 being
the novella.
Starlight.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not rate the other 3.
Yeah, we'll wait. Hold on. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And just like that, babes, our ACOTAR journey is over. But this is just the beginning. Thank you to each and every one of you for taking part in the launch of our court. And we hope you've loved the chaos, feels, and feral book talk so far.
Next time, we'll be spreading our wings and getting stolen away to a court of mist and fury. And the fandom rejoices. Where the drama's bigger, the stakes are higher, and the thirst, it's about to be legendary.
Yes. We want to hear from you as we continue to build this little corner of our world and fall in love as we dive into fantastical worlds, fabulous folklore, and fine males and men. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok, and subscribe on YouTube at A Court of Books and Babes Pod. And please take 5 minutes to rate and review our podcast on Apple and or Spotify. And share it with all the babes in your life.
Until next time,
stay bookish, babes.